We need to begin with mobilization, dissemination of agroecological practices. One more thing, while I say all these things, it is very important that we keep in mind sustainable agriculture practices, or what we say climate resilient and climate adaptive measures. Component what ministry is promoting. Promotion of farm, non-farm, as already explained. We need to have a comprehensive methodology for bringing these IFCs into place and enhance market linkages through aggregation, collective procurement and collective marketing. Next slide. So I just want to show the numbers, what we have achieved till date. The number to focus is in total across 3 years, 23, 24, 24, 25 and 25, 26. In total across 3 years we have sanctioned 933 IFC centers to entire northeastern states of 8 states comprising. And total DPRs, it is a process. We have all the indicators have been achieved more than 50% across all the states. We are already mobilized 1,66,000 and anchors, the human resource, what I mean, are well placed in the IFC centers. So it is taking up in good spirits. Next one. To check the financial status, these clusters have been sanctioned with a total of 122.22 crores of budget. Till now, we have been able to expend more than 50%, 53.53% of funds are being expended already. So this is a really good progress, and in coming years, we would intend to bring in more momentum to the implementation as well as expenditures. Next one. This is other farm producer collectives, what is happening in northeastern states. We have 82 farmer producer organizations under 10,000 FPO schemes. 12,000 producer groups are formed, and members through which who are mobilized under these is 6.1 lakhs. So we have got special value chain projects, the provision for special value chain projects which can run up to a budget of 40 crores. In that criteria, we have 2 projects in Arunachal, 1 in Assam, 1 in Meghalaya, 1 in Mizoram, and Tripura is taking up 4 such value chain projects under NRLM AAP. Sir. So way forward to look, I request all the states and also the dignitaries on dais to, as a way forward, as next steps, we need to begin with mobilization of the farmers and also check with the community investment funds, how it can be used for IFC activities, strengthening of CLFs using our community level federations for this purpose, and keeping professional HR at the level of CLFs is very much important to foster the quick implementation of IFCs, successful implementation, and strengthening institutions, what we are already into. Market and value chain integrations, financial inclusion and convergence is the new mantra. Government of India focuses more on, the major focus is on whole of government approach. At national level too, we are in talks with most of the ministries where we can work in tandem so that the efforts are in concerted way. And ultimately we do all these efforts to build climate resilient and sustainable farming systems in place. Next one. So I would like to conclude my address by quoting Vandana Shiva's statement. Sustainable agriculture is not just about growing crops. It is about caring for the soil, the water, the air, the ecosystem altogether, and also the living organisms associated with it, which are all dependent on it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable words. You have highlighted the progress journey throughout. Now let us have a glance of a short documentary film on recently launched integrated farming clusters of Tripura.
Revolution of food and home is various livelihood interventions, both in farm, livestock and non-farm sectors. In this direction, under the guidance of Din Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihoods Mission, integrated farming clusters are going to be the new milestone for the Mahila Kisans for achieving their sustainable livelihoods. As per the approval of the Ministry of Rural Development, the government of Tripura has launched the program for setting up of 80 integrated farming clusters throughout the state. Each integrated farming clusters brings together 250 to 300 Mahila Kisans from the neighboring villages, and most of them are from self-help groups, producer group members. These clusters shall provide an end-to-end solution for building sustainable rural livelihoods. At the core of this model, the livelihood service centers is the one-stop solution where farmers shall receive livestock feeds, seeds, fertilizers, and scientific advice right at their doorstep. These will also reduce cost of production, improving productivity, and most importantly, reviving the soil health as organic and natural farming activities is being promoted. The integrated farming approach ensures that every household has a basket of income sources, from crops and livestock to fisheries and value addition. These means families no longer depend on a single harvest, also ensure steady income throughout the year. Already, 66 integrated farming clusters have started its implementation in Tripura. Under this Mahila Kisan Shaktikarana Yojana, these IFCs shall ensure skill upgradation, sourcing of quality inputs, backward and forward linkages, marketing supports, extension services in a structured and systematic manner, so that these SSG members can enhance their business and become lakpati Didi.
May I now request Sri Raman Barba, Deputy Director, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, to highlight us on the objectives of today's workshop. Please, sir.
Most respected Honorable CM Professor Dr. Banik Sahaji, Shri Abhishek Ji, Secretary Rural Development, Shri Chakma Ji, CEO Tripura SRLMs, our Director Dr. Rajeshwari, officials from Tripura Government, media, our 8 colleagues, members from the states, from all the northeastern states. We welcome you to this workshop on integrated farming clusters. There has been lot said about NRLM as of now, as far as our presentation was mentioned earlier. Sir, it is important to highlight that it's not about the numbers what were mentioned, but also the approach therein. We found that today with 10 crore SHG members, that is one part, the pool with whom we are working, and on the other side is the ecosystem. As was mentioned, that it's not essentially that we are creating livelihoods for farm and through farm and non-farm, but important and what is essential as of day is moving from livelihoods towards business, towards entrepreneurship. And this is the transformational journey for which we have such kind of workshops along with the states. I certainly thank the state of Tripura for this, for organizing this wonderful workshop. I would also like to highlight, sir, that as was mentioned, that we need to work with the women, for the women, and not only ensuring some kind of income growth, that is lakpati. It's a transformational journey. One term which comes from the secretary's, when he was making his remark, he said, we have got Atmanirbhar Award. So the term which was coined some 2-3 years ago by Honorable PM talking about Atmanirbhar, we can see how this journey has reached at the ground level, at the far off places in the country, and now we have such kind of awards coming in. That is why we say that we need to work together for this initiative. In the financial inclusion part, sir, we have been talking that we should reach the banking system to the women. We talk about that we have reached 11 lakh crore across the country, which is a national figure. But important is how and when the money should reach. I would like to appreciate the effort which has been taken by Tripura SRLM, wherein they say 7 by 7. Means that they ensure that the money reaches to them somewhere around 7 days, if I'm not wrong. That is what is required. We need to learn from among ourselves that it's not that money is to reach and when it should reach is also that money is to reach and when it should reach is also equally important. One of the important point is how we work with community institutions, our CLFs together, because they are also one of the key institutions for bringing in business or learning. I understand that Tripura SRLM, I would like to highlight that they have been chosen by National as one of the states of 2 within the country who are having the model CLF as a key institution across the country along with the state of Madhya Pradesh. So that's a big achievement. So these are just 2-3 things. It's not because that we are sitting in Tripura and we are talking about it. Point is what we can learn from among ourselves. We have been talking about. The second point is that can we have better marketing processes? Again, I should speak about the state itself. Yesterday, I got an opportunity to visit the temple over here, Tripurari temple, Mata Badi, and fortunate to see that they have the prasad there as GI tagged. So we are not restricted here for the country alone. We are thinking that let's take things beyond, and it is happy to know that it's in many states which is coming up that GI has been highlighted and we are using it for our SHG products. So the objective, as was mentioned, that let's introspect ourselves where we stand. We have got 933 IFCs across northeastern states, but still miles to go. It's not the numbers. Achievement is not alone for IFCs. We need to develop those enterprising centers which become models. So we are here today. I would say that let's have a proper understanding, awareness about the entire program. Let's have a networking among ourselves, what good or bad we are doing. Third important point is I would highlight on the value chain strengthening. You could see that there are only 5 states of 8 where SRLMs have taken special projects in non-farm activities through MKSP. I think it is important that we should come up with more such projects, and Government of India is very happy to sanction those projects through the processes. So, and it will help us to create a kind of big models and big value chains across those areas, and will help to develop those areas. Because as far as our smaller nano enterprises are concerned, we are still restricted that they can do only the badi papad kind of a thing, which is tagged to the SHGs. On one side, we have states like Tripura which say they have got GI tagging, but in between, the value chain of systems also need to be developed. So we think that let's throw light, have discussions to reach out to those things. Another important point which we need to go along with this workshop is convergence and partnerships. NRLM is the only program which is open to any kind of partnerships with to the private sector. We would like that, let's explore opportunities for convergence with multiple departments. Karnataka sector, be it with KVK or with agriculture universities. I think those kind of things we should explore how we can take forward for the systems of our NRLM. Further is the private sector partnerships, how they can come, and most importantly, how we can learn or we can offload our things of marketing products to them. Because I'm sure that as far as governments are concerned, we find it very difficult to market our products. So let's take the advantage of the market ecosystem. Experience sharing, of course, I have talked a lot about it because it's a class learning practices. And with this, I would like again to say that let's work together on an action plan which is thought of, that it's not only about the Lakpati Didis. Let's think of the millionaire Didi as has been talked about, because recently Honorable PM said that we have reached beyond 2 crores and let's reach 3 crores. I think it will be one good example where we can have millionaire Didis, and that example I can quote from here, that in Assam there they have got some set of a millionaire Didis. Of course they will be in other states also, but how we can enable them reach to have better incomes and a good life. So with this, I would like to thank again on behalf of Government of India to all the states, and of course to Honorable CM Sir and Ministry of Rural Development, Government of Tripura for organizing this workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. Lakpati Didi initiative empowers rural women by providing skills, capacity building and financial support to transform their livelihoods into sustainable business. TRLM is continuously compiling the stories of Lakpati Didis to bring their success stories to the public domain. So here, as we eagerly await this moment, may I now request Honorable Chief Minister of Tripura, Professor Dr. Manik Shahaji and other respected dignitaries to unveil and launch the Lakpati Didi Coffee Table Book, Pond to Prosperity. Let's put our hands together for the great launch. I would also like to request Honorable CM Sir and respected dignitaries to launch the booklets on package of practices for fishery, piggery and broiler poultry, value chain interventions with women self-help group members. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Honorable Chief Minister of Tripura, Professor Dr. Manik Shahaji, to enrich us with his valuable words. Sir, please.
Good morning to all of you present over here. In this national workshop on integrated farming cluster for the northeastern states, we have with us on dais Sri Abhishek Singh, Secretary, RD, Government of Tripura, Srimati Rajeshwari SM, Director, Rural Livelihoods, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, Sri Turit Kanti Chakma, CEO, TRLM, Sri Raman Wada, Deputy Director, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, and delegates from northeastern states, officers of TRLM, RD department, and distinguished guests and media friends. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the National Workshop on Integrated Farming Cluster for Northeastern States being organized here in Agartala. Before I come here, I attended another program where from the northeastern regions all the participants came, and again here I have seen from the northeastern regions all the delegates have come. My greetings to all of you. It is a matter of pride for Tripura to host such an important national level event which carries with its promise of transforming rural livelihood in the northeast. Agriculture remains the backbone of our country and its economy and the lifeline of rural household. In order to strengthen livelihoods, particularly for women's self-help group members, the integrated farming cluster approach has been conceptualized under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission by the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India. I am happy to share that in Tripura, we have already launched activities for 80 integrated farming clusters, that is IFCs, with an investment of rupees 32 crore, inaugurated at the Sampurnata Abhijan Samman Samaroh on 2nd August 2025. The objective of this integrated farming clusters is to diversify and intensify livelihood intervention so that rural households can increase their incomes through integration and synergy. Each IFC will cover around 250 to 300 small and marginal farmers, and they are linked with livelihood service centers and which provide quality seeds, natural fertilizers, equipment, aggregation facilities, and better market access. Every IFC will have dedicated support providers, that is Krishi Shokhis, then Poshu Shokhis, Master Shokhis, and community resource personnel, who will provide extension, training, and hand-holding support to farmers. Under the TRLM, we have built a robust foundation of women-led community institution. Today, there are about 4.85 lakh women members in 54,113 self-help groups, 2,470 village organizations, and 173 cluster level federations. For strengthening their livelihood, 2,628 producer groups and 118 non-farm collectives have been developed, and we have supported with 1,677 crore bank loans and rupees 787 crore as revolving fund and community investment fund. More than 3.13 Mahila Kishans are engaged in farm and livestock based livelihoods. Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has given us the vision of creating Lakhpati Didis to empower rural women who earn a sustainable income and lead their families towards prosperity. I am proud to share that in Tripura, already have mentioned by my previous speakers, we are moving forward with this mission in full speed against a target of 1.14 lakh women. We already have 1,281 women around. That is, 95% have become Lakhpati Didis in Tripura. This transformation is possible because of their determination, government support, and community solidarity. Our women are now actively involved in piggery, goattery, poultry, fisheries, entrepreneurship, micro-enterprises, group-based ventures, catering services, and agro-ecological practice, making rural Tripura vibrant and self-reliant. In the Northeast Rising Summit 2025 at New Delhi, our Honorable Prime Minister rightly said that the Northeast is Ashtalakshmi, a land of abundance, culture and potential. To realize this vision, our government is giving maximum attention to infrastructure, connectivity and livelihood generation. Over the 7 years, Tripura has undertaken several groundbreaking initiatives that are changing the socio-economic landscape of the state. Our foremost commitment remains to ensure that every household has a sustainable source of income, every family becomes self-reliant, and every woman stands as a pillar of strength. Let us embrace the integrated farming cluster model not merely as a government program, but as a transformative pathway for sustainable livelihood, resilient communities and prosperous rural future. Together, let us build a farming ecosystem where every rural family thrives, land becomes a source of prosperity. Before I conclude, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, the Tripura Rural Livelihood Mission and all partners and participants for making this event possible.